Good morning, Anarchyland. Holy moly, we are like 5 days into a stay-at-home order from our governor, and I finally got my freezer defrosted. That's off to my left. Yeah, took a stay-at-home order for me to finally get that done. Well, Antonia helped me, of course. We see a lot of people who are floating down the river of denial. And that river is getting wider and wider, with all people denying that it's real. Alright, first of all, I'm not saying that it's not, okay? I have no doubt that there's a virus that was weaponized for a maximum amount of damage with minimal effort. And in the form where this government could point the finger anywhere they wanted, and most people would not have the brain power to look beyond what's really going on. Because there is a lot going on beyond this virus. Now, I came across a paper from Baltimore, Maryland, and it was telling about some of the local restaurants that were offering delivery. And that made me think, we need to use our local businesses, keep our money in our local economies, instead of going through the drive-through ones, commercial.
So do you want to order from our diner tonight then? That's helpful.
We could order for that little Mexican restaurant by Myers. They're local.
I don't think they deliver though. At least not
Oh
this far.
crap, Maya down here does.
Okay.
But anyway, this will keep your money local and out of the Fed, the bigger commercialized economy. Now, are you sitting down for this one? A couple of days ago, the Texas Lieutenant Governor came in and said Grandma should be willing to die to save the economy. What the F? I had to shake my head and say, what?
Grandma's like the most wonderful thing to happen to this planet. Screw that dude. Let him die.
Hey, yeah, there you go. Start with him. But his point was that we need to put the economy ahead of people. Profit over people. This is not a good deal. This is not a good idea. Not at all. And also, according to Trump, who is not a doctor, has no business giving medical advice whatsoever. He is a 2-bit hack that got lucky to be born into an elitist bloodline. That is it. I'm telling you, if I had HMO tell me I had to go to him as a doctor, I'd pay out of pocket. The hell with it. Even if it cost me half a fortune, I still would. Anyway, he's made it clear he does not believe the governors need the medical equipment like ventilators they're begging for. We have just become the #1 country in the world with the highest COVID-19 cases. That's positive. Tested positive cases. Now, some areas, they're not going to test. They're not testing. Which is going to make that curve seem to be flattening out. Well, if they're not testing, they're not getting numbers, which means it's going to go to 0 because nobody's freaking testing. Meanwhile, you got people dropping dead left and freaking right. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's all about Trump. It's all about him saving his own ass, trying to save his election,
and what
his campaign.
The Michigan governor.
And he said that our governor. I'm not a fan of politicians. Y'all know that, but I will say that Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been on it When things started multiplying, more cases started popping up, she started going right into action. She didn't think about it, she went.
And he said he's having trouble with her. You know, that
Yeah.
woman.
Well, in other words, she's not kissing his ass and telling him how great he is.
Despite begging for, like, all the medical supplies.
Yeah. And if you want to know what a vindictive prick he is, ask his ex-wives. There's Ivana, there's Marla, and you can even ask his current one. They could tell you. Anyway, we have successfully surpassed China in something again. Go America. Wall Street, however, is falling apart. They want to give loans to companies like Boeing with little, if any, interest. Meanwhile, your local diners, like until you mentioned our diner that's right around the corner from us, they won't get anything really. They'll have a higher interest to make up for these other big corporations. And to tell you how stupid Trump is, he called McDonald's a small business. A small business is not $1 million business. They are not a multi-billion-dollar business. McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar business, even though the food doesn't freaking rot. Go figure. Now, let's move on. To round out this week's event in How Stupid Can We Be, Trump's administration actually had the gall to indict President Nicholas Maduro. Are you ready for this? Narco-terrorism. Yeah, let that one sink in. Our CIA, during the Vietnam conflict, put pounds and pounds of heroin blocks in the caskets of the soldiers and then shipped them back. Nobody was allowed to touch those caskets until the CIA on the other side got there to pull them out. They helped Pablo Escobar pay Colombian farmers and used a certain amount of force when needed to grow cocoa plants for the cocaine. The CIA also put the wheels in motion for us to invade Afghanistan after the 9/11 hoax for their poppy fields, so that these big pharma companies could get more opioid to get you and me strung out so bad on opioids that we have to go to heroin. Unbelievable. But the the hypocrisy here of this indictment of a president of another country, I don't give a damn whether Trump and his pack of psychopaths acknowledge the man as the president or not. That does not matter. The Venezuelan people voted for him. They acknowledge him. There are so many other countries around the world acknowledge him as the president, and many people like myself who acknowledge him as the president. Now here's another round of hypocrisy for us to choke on. Anytime Israel does anything in a terroristic nature, we're not allowed to talk about it. We're not allowed to talk about them shooting children, innocent children, for absolutely nothing. And a cat coming across here. Get over there. Yeah. A little bit of cat tail in the morning, right? That sounded so bad. But if you do talk about it, you're anti-Semitic. Bullshit. If terroristic behavior on one country is bad, then it should be bad all the way around. But Trump lives in his whole other world. Well, everything he does is right, and he's right on everything. Now, Trump wants the economy to be open by Easter. Churches feel full on Easter Sunday. Well, there's a caseload that will go through the roof. Here's this for you. Just slide this back here. Leave Razzle there. A sourdough starter.
Is this one
It's-
Razzle?
Yeah. I gotta work with that one. Yeah, I got a quart thing of sourdough starter right here that I gotta make. Here's Razzle. He's doing great. Anyway, for those of you who are COVID-19 deniers, there's a pastor in Virginia who said it was anti-Trump hysteria. Well, guess what he's saying now?
I'm
Not
dead.
a damn thing, because he's dead. Why he's dead? COVID-19. The anti-Trump hysteria. There's a young man in New Jersey. He's a lacrosse player, a super healthy health nut. He's in a hospital with it. He's in a medicated coma. His, the article's fair thing as usual. It's going to be down in the description box. His test results got lost in the lab, which delayed the medical care for him. There was another gentleman in England, 39-year-old healthy father and husband, is on his deathbed, basically, because of COVID-19. But hey, it's anti-Trump hysteria. It's not real. People, we've got to grow up. We've got to stop letting politicians tell us, and this godforsaken, wretched, useless media, tell us what's real and what is not real. I mean, for crying out loud, people. We used to think for ourselves in this country. We really did. I don't know. We just don't do our own thinking anymore. Because we're so inundated with garbage. And we don't really have the time. Most people are working 2 and 3 jobs. Oh, by the way, the stimulus, one last thing on it. If you are a working taxpayer, you can get $1,200 in direct deposit. But if you are laid off and you're not a taxpayer, you're screwed. I say this to you people who are the Trump cheerleaders, the petty bourgeoisie. Get your head out of Trump's ass and realize that you are one paycheck from being like everybody else. Unemployed and a useless eater. See you later.